I think we'll take a few seconds to absorb that I'm here because of the prominent personalities sitting. I was sitting right next to Lakshmi ji and of course Navraj. I think Navraj is more like a younger brother to me. Suyash is my younger brother and he's also a struggling singer and he's a TV actor. So I related so much with you, Navraj, because I've seen him grow through these years. And I think being here is, I think, an honor for me more than to anybody else. I don't know how much it means to the people sitting here, but for me, it's for sure an honor, only sharing the stage with so many honorable people sitting right here. And, you know, so many good things said about me. I don't know. When I got a call for this, I would not lie. I could not believe it because I am no celebrity. I am no, like a renowned personality. And generally, I get calls, people who know me and they know Suyash is my brother and Kishwar is my bhabi. And they generally call me for them. That, we can't get through your brother, we can't get through your bhabi. Can you help us connect through them? And I'm like, yeah, why not? Sure. Okay. And this time when I got a call for this, I was like, are you sure you calling me or you want me to connect you through, to Suyash or to Kishwar? And I was speaking to Tripti and Tripti said, no ma'am, I want you to come. And I would not lie, my heart pounded and I grabbed the opportunity. Not for any specific reasons, but I think it, I was thinking, oh my God, like a TED talk and me standing on that stage and talking about anything, it could be even like a percent of what I've done. It's an achievement for me. For me, it is for sure an achievement, and I'm very, very proud of myself for today. I mean, today for just for this. And thank you, Navraj, for uplifting the energy in the room so much that at least, people are clapping, which is, come on, guys. I mean, come on, clap. Okay, clap for me. Thank you. So, I had prepared a lot, okay? I had thought I will talk about this, I will talk about that, and, but I don't know why, I feel rather than doing that I prepared, that I put my thought process into, I wrote some things down, I literally carried that notebook here that, I will just read through and, talk about that. I'm thinking might as well I will share my journey with all of you, and from that journey and the events of my life, if any of you can take even a percent of motivation or inspiration, or maybe I would say any idea also back, yeah, why not? So I would rather do that. Okay, so do you know what BC and AC mean? Anyone? Not bad, huh? I was also thinking that because before Christ and after Christ is history. I think after this era, people will remember it more like a before Corona and after Corona. Yeah. So, but my life specifically, I would like to say if I want to divide it into two halves, I would call it before dogs and after dogs. Okay, yeah, a lot of you might be surprised that, what, like dogs? Like really? Yeah, because in our country specifically and especially I've seen, dogs are not something to be spoken of, not something to be talked about. But my life has changed with dogs being a part of it. And I want to talk about it, of course, but in the later half because that's AD, after dogs. So let's start with talking about my life, which was BD, which is before dogs. So I come from a middle class family. With central government servants. My parents were both central government servants, and I studied in a regular convent school, thanks to which I can speak well today, and moved from city to city, and then did my graduation and senior schooling in Chandigarh. After that, I think after my 12th, I had to choose my subjects, and I was very bad at studies, like very, very bad at studies, but a very good dancer. So now when, Navraj was singing, I was like, oh my God, can I just go and do some, but, and I was like almost on my seat dancing. So I thought, why not choose arts? And everybody was like, oh my God, ये इनकी बेटी artist, इनकी बेटी engineer बन रही है, उनकी बेटी doctor, उनकी बेटी ये पढ़ रही है, and you are going to choose arts. And I was like, yeah, why not? I mean, I want to. And I chose that. And while doing arts, I had to choose subjects. I chose French as my subject because I said, why not learn a foreign language? Everybody knows English, everybody knows Hindi, everybody knows Punjabi, why not learn a foreign language? And I chose French. And when I was choosing French, everybody was like, I don't know what the hell are you going to do with that, because nobody wants, like a French teacher or whatever. I don't know what you even think you'll do with this. And I was like, really? Is this like a wrong, selection or a wrong choice? I said, okay, it's my choice. I want to do it. I will do it. And I think when you make a choice, based on your readings, based on your interest, based on your hobby, or when it's your own decision, I think you work that extra bit to prove everybody else wrong. And that's what I did, because everybody said, French? I don't know what is she going to do with that. And that helped me to prove everybody else wrong, and I flourished and I topped my university in French and did my French honors and moved ahead. And that French helped me get a very, very good job, only for 8,000. And trust me, this is long back, so don't think, just a few years back. Yeah, I don't look like one, but yeah, I have a 16-year-old son. And so I think my sister has my phone. Has the Santur check been credited? Yeah, so all good. Yeah, so yeah, I have a 16-year-old son. He just passed his 10th in the historic, the historic batch that did not had to give exams and still got above 90%. He's very happy about that, though. So of course that was also a choice of mine. Some choices don't go as right, but it was my choice. So yeah, so back to my life. So I chose French, and thanks to that French, I bagged a job that gave me 8,000. I was like, oh my God, like 8,000? I will spend, and still save a lot of money. So why not? And that was with a very, very prestigious company, IBM. And this was in the year 2003. 17 years, 18 years back. And I was like, why not? I grabbed that opportunity, how I did for this stage. And I just, from Chandigarh, all alone, started working in IBM, staying in Gurgaon. And as I said, not all choices go right. I got married early. I wanted to get married early. I chose that for me. However, it didn't go very right for me. I had a kid at an early age. Not so early, but yeah, 23, but it was an early age for me. I had a kid almost close to 10 years of marriage. It was not a very good marriage, alcohol being the major reason. I had to step out of that marriage. Now that decision at that point of time, which is almost 10 years back, or maybe 8 years back, it was a very, very tough decision, a very tough choice for me to make as a person, because back then, it was not so easy that you finally one day decide to just step out of your marriage. My parents were still serving central government servants, stayed in a government quarters, and where your colleagues, everybody, your society is going to judge you. They'll say, "Inki to beti wapas aa gayi." That's how they talk about a girl or a woman who chooses, something right for herself. And I did that. I'm very, very proud of it, because for me, that was my life-changing decision. If I wouldn't have done that, I would not be here talking to all of you, for sure. I don't know where I would have been, and to be true, I don't want to imagine where I would have been, because to avoid that, I did what I did. Okay, my kid was small, moved out, and my parents were in Mumbai, and I said, okay, why not? Let me just move to Mumbai. And meanwhile, working in the corporate world, there are a lot of things. From a drowning business, I uplifted that business, turned it into a, like a crore plus turnover per year, and got into sales, HR, tried everything. Everything turned, the professional life was amazing. So I said, okay, I am good. It's not that I have something wrong. But then, okay, the marriage is not working, and I don't want my kid 5 years or 10 years down the line looking at me and saying, or maybe misbehaving with me or ill-treating me the way my husband is doing that today. I'd rather step out and, give him more and maybe a better lifestyle, better maybe, qualities, better teaching so that at least he will look up to me, you know, and I would rather want that. So I did that. Moving to Mumbai, I think, you know, because again, my French helped. I wanted to earn a little more money because the expenses were very, very different as they were in Delhi. And the cost of living was much more. So to you know, kind of cope up with these education expenses, doing everything, my French helped me. I taught French to 9th and 10th in a school like a guest faculty, did my corporate job. And I think approximately 10 years of corporate, I decided I can't. And I was a single mom, you know, I said, I can't. I'm not able to give enough time to my kid. I want to do something else. Like, what can be that something else? And midway, my brother and I, we were staying alone, me, my brother, and my kid. And you will not believe, ever since I was a kid, I was so, you know, in love with dogs on my roads, running around. I was like, oh my God, can I just go and touch? Can I go and play? And my parents were not very fond of dogs, you know, like, I think most of you in the room, maybe they did not even care about like a stray dog, but I was like, oh my God, a stray dog, let me just feed him my extra roti, let me just do something for them. And I mean, little did I know that this is going to change my life. We both wanted dogs, my parents never wanted dogs, and now that we were staying separate, we got 2 dogs home, okay? Now those 2 are 9.5 years old now. So these 9.5 years of my life, I call them AD, which is after dogs, because it has been an amazing life, a totally changed life. And I think those dogs got in that extra compassion in me, a different sense of, you know, a different perspective to look at those stray dogs which are around me. And, you know, now when I look at the stray dogs, I'm like, you know, I literally, I talk to them. And, you know, I can read through them. I look at their eyes and you know, they make me feel, why aren't they not cribbing about their situation? You know, why are they not cribbing about the pain they have? The dog must be limping, but he's not cribbing about the pain. Rather, you meet the dirtiest of the dog in the worst of the situations and you lend out your hand to him and the dog will come wagging his tail. You know, to see that gives me joy. You know, I don't expect the people of my country or the people of my society staying around me to start doing what I do for them. But of course, it'll be great if we don't harm them as well. You know, you must be reading about so many cases that are happening about animals and all of that. I think if we don't like them, let's not hate them as well. So dogs got me into that whole era where I started, you know, kind of started feeding the stray dogs in my complex, maybe 2 to begin with, then moving on to 3 to 4, feeding them from biscuits to a proper meal a day, taking care of them in terms of the medical treatments or the requirements that they had, the medical requirements, vaccinations. And to be true, in Mumbai, I feel very happy to see that at least the responsibility like that is much more when it comes to dogs. You know, people do understand that if you vaccinate the dogs, it's better for the people staying around them. If you neuter them or spay them, you can control their population. It's called the ABC program. And I think people like me, there are a group of more friends of mine, together we do this, and it really helps. So I think after I got the dogs in my life, my perspective changed. From a very severe depression, I was hospitalized for that also when I was a single mom, when I was going through my part of struggles. From there to a chirpy woman who wants to dance, who wants to do everything, and who wants to meet people, talk to people, and stand here and talk. And I think dogs have gotten that in me. I don't feel shy, or I don't feel wrong if I say dogs have been the reason why I'm here today. Okay, and I feel that animals, especially for animals, I feel that they can't talk. They can't. Their eyes talk to you. And also, by the way, that reminds me to help them, because to understand more about them, to understand more about their pain, I did my animal communication, which means I'm an animal communicator. Not that I do bow bow and they do bow bow at me, but yeah, it's a process, and I can talk to animals, I can talk to dead animals, and I can talk to animals, and I can understand what they are going through, only so that I can help them a little better. So because of that, I moved out of the corporate world. I said I want to do something here, but I don't know how. And of course, earning has to be there. Meanwhile, I did get married to an amazing person who supported me to the, I think I don't have words to say. And because of him, he supported me. He said, do what you want, do what you like. And I loved dancing. So I said, I want to, and I don't know but how to earn with it. So then he said, okay, think of a way. And then again, I chose Zumba. I don't know how many of you know about it, but I am a certified Zumba instructor now, and I have a fitness studio of my own where we dance, spread happiness, and also earn some money. So I chose that again, and now that I have that as a source of income where I enjoy what I do, the money that I earn, I of course spend on my individual limits to, take care of the stray animals and take care of the stray welfare. I do a lot of stuff. And, my people in my society know me as the dog woman. And I really like that, and the guards say, इनको कौन करेगा कुछ, इनके पीछे 100 कुत्ते ऐसे चलते हैं साथ में. Which is true, I mean, and I enjoy that attention that I get when I get down, and all of them come running to me, and I'm like, okay, why not? But I feel, animals, I think, we owe to the animals as much we owe to our kids, because I feel even kids can, after a point of time, or human beings can tell you their pain, can tell you what they are going through, can tell you they are hungry, can tell you they are thirsty. Unlike those, stray animals who have nothing to do, and they are totally dependent on humans. That's why you'll see a dog in the garbage dump, eating trash. And then what you would do, you will just pass your car. So initially, I also used to do that after the after dogs era of mine. What I started doing is now my car is a full-time ambulance. I have medicines, I have a full pack of dog food, and wherever I pass, the dogs know, and they'll come to me and I feed them. And now what I've done is I have initiated a new initiative. It's called Paint for Paws, where Kishwar and I together hold painting workshops where people come, participate, learn art from me. I teach them different various forms of arts, and whatever proceeds we get are used for stray welfare. So I just feel, I don't know, but I just feel that I do owe to the dogs a lot. And today I wanted to take this opportunity to just spread this little bit of awareness also, if I can. And of course, kind of, if you get motivated with any of the things I said, it'll be my pleasure. But I just want to say that I have taken a lot of choices. I have made a lot of choices in my life, some right, some wrong, but at least I did not regret, because I took those decisions. I stand here today, and I'm very, very proud about it. Thank you.